This session will demonstrate the schedule order screen and how to set up the schedule order screen. The schedule order screen can be accessed from multiple areas. First, I will demonstrate accessing the schedule order screen from the exam. To access the schedule order screen, you can select the PN button, which is your progress note screen, select Schedule Appointment, first you will select the amount of time in which you would like the patient to return by using the first column to the left. Or with the smaller column directly to the right. Select the number and then the time frame. For example, 2 weeks or 2 years. The next 3 columns contain the reason for the patient's visit. For example, return exam, diagnostic test, and procedures. You can only select from one column at a time. So if the patient is returning for multiple reasons, for example an exam along with the diagnostic test, you would need to first order the exam and then order the test. So first we would select 2 years, complete exam, and then select the order button on the right hand side of the screen. If we wish the patient to come back for a diagnostic test, you would select when you want the patient to have the test done, which I'm going to select today, the test that needs to be performed, which eye, and if I want to free type any special notes in this area, then select Order. You will notice both orders populating at the bottom of the screen. If you've put in an order by mistake and you need to remove that item, you would highlight and choose Remove Item. In the schedule order screen, the department where the order is to be sent is located under To Department. You can always change the department that you would like this order to be sent to. You can also choose the doctor the order is for and the facility. So if you have multiple facilities and you wish to have the patient to come back to go to a different facility, you would choose the appropriate facility. Return orders can also be linked to a diagnosis. For example, if I want my patient to come back for a 1-week procedure, I can select the appropriate procedure, and you'll notice when I choose the procedure it automatically circles this radio button. Then I can choose which eye, and down at the very bottom right hand side of the screen are all the diagnoses that are active on this patient. I would select the appropriate diagnoses and then choose Order. You'll notice down at the bottom of the screen it shows return visit 1 week for the left eye, the procedure, and who the order was put in by. Also, you'll notice the diagnosis code that is linked to this procedure. Any messages attached to an order can be free typed in the box next to the eye selection. Be sure to free type this information prior to selecting the Order button. It is not necessary to select the Order Plus Message button. When selecting the Order Plus Message button, this will send any outstanding orders to your doctor's signed chart screen. Another way to access the schedule order screen is by choosing the SH button on the right hand side of the screen. SH will take you to the same screen as the PN button. Just remember you only need to choose from one of these columns. You'll choose the return visit, what the patient needs to come back for. If it's a dilation exam, you will choose the appropriate field, then select Order. If the patient needs to return for a diagnostic test, choose the return visit, which is still highlighted as 1 week. Choose what they need to come back for, which eye, and then select order. When you've completed this, you would select exit. Now to configure the schedule order screen, if you want the columns to say particular items, say for return exam you wish to have just a few items listed, a follow-up, complete exam, you can have whatever you wish listed here. Same for procedure. Diagnostic test is considered to whatever equipment that you have in your office and will be set up by a Medflow IT person. To configure the return exam, the return schedule, or the procedure column, you will access File Maintenance. After choosing File Maintenance, select Order Options. The first option that you would choose is Return When. When selecting Return When, you'll notice if I move my screen over a little ways, this is the same column that you see. If you wish to add something to this list, you would select the Add button. You can leave the part of the following group as Dr. None if you want this list to be clinic-wide and everyone to use the same list. You would type in your value, then select Save. You will notice it goes to the very bottom of the screen. Be sure if you wish to have it moved up, you use your arrows up to move the item up. If you wish to move it down, you can use your arrow down. Or if you know what area you wish for it to populate, you can type in the number, select Change, and you'll notice your item will move up. You want to be sure to always leave Schedule and Today on your list. If it's a DICOM image that you're ordering, you're always going to choose the order for today. That order will send it to the machine. Example is your OCT machine, visual field. That order will go into that machine. Schedules, for example, if you want the surgery scheduler to schedule a cataract surgery, as the doctor not knowing the date that they need to return, you always want to leave Schedule on your list. Next item we'll review is Exam. You'll notice Exam, when I highlight Exam, Dr. None is the column that's listed here. If you need to edit what's listed, you can highlight the item and select the Edit button. If you wish this list to be clinic-wide, you would leave it under Dr. None. You can edit what's already listed, add to what's listed, or delete any items that you do not use in your clinic. If you wish to make this doctor specific, you would select the Add button, type in your doctor's setup in Medflow, and type in the value of how you would like it listed. For example, IOP check. Then select Save. What will happen is it will populate on your list for a return exam. We're going to go back into File Maintenance Order Options. The last option we will review is Procedures. Same thing, if you wish your procedures to be clinic-wide, when you go to add a procedure, you will make sure that the part of the following group is listed as None. If you wish to make it clinic-wide, be sure that you have typed as None. If you want to make this doctor specific, and all the doctors do something a little bit different for surgery, you can type in your doctor's name of how they're set up in Medflow, type in the value of what their surgery is that they perform, then select Save. You can also access the Schedule Order screen from the Clock screen. You can do this by choosing your Technician drop-down, Schedule Order, and choose the appropriate exam. If the patient's coming in for today for an OCT, you would select the return visit as today, OCT, the eye that you're performing the test on, and then select order. This concludes the session on schedule ordering.